Welcome back. Today, we're exploring something really unique. It's Greenster Rox's personal album quest. Think of it like a World Cup just for music albums. It's quite a system.
It really is, and the method behind it is fascinating. You take all your albums, right, and you put them into random groups of 4.
Right.
Then you listen to each group, not just once, but multiple times, rank them 1 to 4, and only the top 2 actually move on. It's like a personal quest to find the champion album.
Exactly, this very structured approach.
Yeah.
And that brings us to a specific round, Group 24. The title alone is fantastic. Spanish Tears and Pet Shop Assistants are actually better than Saints, Sinners, and Lunatics.
Yeah. That title definitely makes you stop and think, doesn't it? It sort of hints at what's coming.
It really does. It promises some interesting clashes.
And if you look closely, the title cleverly previews the actual albums fighting it out in this group. It's like a little coded message about the artists and sounds involved.
Okay, so let's unpack who's actually in Group 24 for you listening. We've got actually by Pet Shop Boys, Raoul and the Kings of Spain by Tears for Fears, Saints and Sinners by Whitesnake, and another Tears for Fears entry, Saturnine, Marshall, and Lunatic. So you can see how that clever title maps directly onto the albums.
Absolutely. And the final rankings you came up with, they really tell a story about that listening process. So number 1, first place was Raoul and the Kings of Spain.
By Tears for Fears.
You called it majestic, very good, and interestingly, probably Tears' most rockiest album, high praise. And you mentioned the track Me and My Big Ideas specifically.
Right, a beautiful song. So that took the top spot. Then coming in second was actually by the Pet Shop Boys.
Now, this one you felt was, quote, slightly better than the Whitesnake album, and you pointed out that brilliant Dusty Springfield duet, What Have I Done to Deserve This?
Oh, yeah, classic.
And also the cracking It's a Sin. So what do you think that says? That a, synth pop classic edged out a blues rock album?
Well, it suggests that for this specific quest, maybe those iconic singles and that polished pop production just had the edge, even against the solid rock album.
Yeah, the overall quality and maybe the coherence of actually must have really resonated in those repeat listens.
Makes sense. Okay, so moving down the list, third place went to Saints and Sinners by Whitesnake.
You described this one as bluesy, which fits, and you noted some strong tracks like Young Blood and also the original version of Crying in the Rain.
Right, which you felt might actually be the better version.
Possibly, yeah. So clearly there's an appreciation for that core Whitesnake sound, even if it didn't quite make the cut to advance in this round.
Okay, and that leaves fourth place, which went to Saturnine, Marshall and Lunatic, the other Tears for Fears album.
And this one's a bit different, isn't it? It's a B-side collection.
Exactly.
Now, you did say it has a couple of strong songs. You mentioned Tears Roll Down, New Star, and even a really good cover of Ashes to Ashes, David Bowie's track.
Yeah, good cover.
But you also found it felt like the weakest Tears album overall and kind of disjointed.
Which makes sense for a B-side collection, I suppose.
Exactly. And that really highlights something crucial about this whole album quest idea, doesn't it? Even if a collection has some great individual moments, it often struggles against a properly conceived studio album.
Yeah, that intentional artistic statement, that flow, it counts for a lot.
Definitely. So the final standings for Group 24 ended up first, Raoul and the Kings of Spain. Second, actually. Third, Saints and Sinners. And fourth, Saturnine, Marshall, and Lunatic.
Looking at these results, what really jumps out is how this kind of personal quest, this system, it really shines a light on how we listen, doesn't it? Your notes show how specific things, calling an album the rockiest, or just the sheer power of a couple of hit singles, can lift an album up in your personal ranking.
Yeah, it can challenge maybe the conventional wisdom about an artist's best work, or even whether a studio album always trumps a compilation. It forces you to be really honest.